can go 7, 8, or 9 innings. I don't know. I don't assume it will happen right away. And so these long relief guys who used to be starters, they can come in the 4th inning and they can go 4, 5, and 6. They can give you 3 innings probably twice a week. And if their team is ahead, they can give you wins because they'd be pitching in that 4, 5, 6 inning slot. So I want us to look at pitchers who may fall into that category. Pomerantz for sure. Stripling is another. Every team has someone. I like Lugo a lot for the Mets. These are the players I think we need to take a look at and go looking for. Other players that I really think will benefit are the National League now DHs who may not have otherwise have played. And now we're talking about 15 more players that were not as fantasy relevant in February as they are in June. Every team has someone. Some teams have more of a definite slot than others. We've talked about this before. But as you look at the league that you have, take a look at those bats in National League teams, and how fun is it going to be, guys, when we start having spring training games and we start seeing how teams put their teams together and we start hearing announcements on who's going to be a DH, and we clamor and we hurry and we rush to the waiver wire to pick that guy up. And you know it's going to happen. I mean, I wonder how many of us are in leagues this year where it's a pay per transaction. I don't do that. Not this year. Too short a season. I don't want that this year. If you're in a pay league, it's really a tough year, isn't it? Because we know, what if Kansas City comes out and wins 20 out of 30? What if the Giants do what they did last year and go on a big run? You know, a big run early this year is huge because there's not time at the back end to make up anything. I think the first few weeks of the regular season will be the most interesting start to a regular season we've ever had because they really matter. A month into the season and you're halfway through with your season. That games matter. And so you're going to not have long strings with starting pitchers. I think it's, to me, I know there are certain aces out there. Okay, you got your Kershaw. Maybe I shouldn't start with him. You got your Garrett Cole. You got your DeGrom. You got your Verlander. Okay, you got your Kershaw. You know where I'm going with this. We could talk about all the aces on all the teams. Clevenger. Those guys are going to be good. I don't know how many wins they're going to get you. I don't know how many innings they're going to get you. But they're going to be pretty good. How about your rookie class? How about your Luzardos? How about your Pucks? Now that you only have a 50-game season, don't you think they're more valuable than they were back in February? Because back in February, don't you know we were concerned, I wonder how many innings they're going to throw. I wonder how long it's going to be before they're shut down. Chris Paddock now is an ace. Even though he was shut down last year, I mean, what have you got, guys? Let's say you have a 60-game season. 12 starts. And figure the first 2, maybe 3 are not going to be extended. So if you've got 10, 12 starts, and you average even 6 innings a start, you're talking about 72 innings. 72. That's not a cutoff for anyone. So your Oakland A pitchers, I'm really loving them this year. Give me all the Oakland A pitchers I can get. In that stadium, which is dynamic for pitching, right? Give me Dodger pitchers. Give me these long relievers. Give me the Striplings. Give me the Uriases of the world. I'm talking about pitchers' parks. And how about the Giants? Pitchers' parks. Also, I think you look for fantasy at the realignment. Now, go to the Eastern Division where you've got the Yankees, you've got the Red Sox, you've got the Nationals, you've got the Mets, you've got the Braves. There's 5 of the 10 teams. And every one of those teams has some pretty good pitching. I think if you're looking for bats, I'm looking outside of the Eastern Division when I can. All things being equal, give me someone not in the Eastern Division. Now, not all things are equal. If I can get a Gleyber Torres or, trying to think, a Nick Madrigal, I'm going to take Gleyber Torres every time. I'm not getting ridiculous with this thing. But all things being equal. So let's say I can have a player like, I don't know, Nick Castellanos as an outfielder playing in Cincinnati. Versus, how about someone like Aaron Judge playing for the Yankees? Castellanos facing Central Division pitching all year. Judge facing Eastern Division pitching all year. Is something to think about as you shape your teams, as you make trades, as you draft if you haven't drafted. And I don't know if any of you guys are having redrafts or not. We're not in leagues I'm in, I don't think. But if you're having redrafts, that's interesting, right? Do you put everybody back in the pot? I mean, how do you do all that? I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, Manfred said last night, he guarantees a season. And so now we wait and we see what that guarantee really means. I'm excited. How about you? I'm ready to rock and roll. Guys, hope everybody has a good day today. It's Thursday. We should know something hopefully by the time I talk to you next on Monday. Support all your podcasters. I listened in last night. It was a great Wednesday night. You've got a lot of different personalities, a lot of different information. Take advantage of all that as our fantasy season will be starting soon. Have a great day, everybody.